So hello and welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be sort of like a little day in the life. I'm going to show you guys how I managed to homeschool all 7 of my kids through multiple grades. We primarily use the Mater Amabilis curriculum. It's a Catholic Charlotte Mason curriculum. My older kids use some other things as well. So I'm going to just take you along with me and show you the different things that we're doing throughout our day. Today is the day that we're going to be at home, so we're not going to be running out at all. And yeah, it's going to be a full jam-packed day at home. And I'm not quite sure how this is going to work with filming because I am so busy with just orchestrating everything, but I'm going to try to get it done. First thing I'm going to do, I've already gotten dressed. I'm just dressing very simply today. I'm gonna go out and get my morning walk done. During my morning walk is when I do my daily mass readings. I listen to a little Father Mike short in the morning. I do all of this on the Hallow app. And then I also just do like a morning offering while I'm out on my walk. And then when I come back, I'm gonna make sure everybody has breakfast. I'm gonna probably make myself something to eat as well. We're gonna listen to our Yodo Daily, and then we're gonna get started with our morning time. And that's typically how things go. I didn't film, but I already started a load of laundry today. We actually have a functional washing machine. That is a whole story in and of itself. We have had a lot of trouble with getting our washing machine repaired through the warranty company. It has been a huge ordeal, but I'm gonna go ahead and get this day started. So I just finished my 30-minute morning walk. I did my morning prayers, daily mass readings, listened to something from Father Mike. So I listened to part of a podcast episode from Homemaker Chic. And now I'm back inside. I am cleaning up the kitchen a little bit, putting up the dishes that were out drying overnight. And then I'm gonna make some breakfast. I'll show you guys that. We're gonna sit down, we're gonna have our breakfast, morning prayers, Yodo Daily, and then it'll be time to finally start morning time. Once everyone has breakfast, we sit down and do our morning prayer, and then I start the Yodo Daily, and the kids like to listen to that and do the little activities while they're sitting and eating their food for breakfast. I'll also grab myself some food to eat for breakfast, and then I'll try to gather all the materials that I need to go ahead and get our day started. Before we move into morning time, I'll go ahead and switch the laundry. My daughter actually needed to do a load of laundry today. I typically have the kids switch out days that they do their own laundry, and of course I'll stand there and help if they need it. So she went ahead, switched out some kitchen towels for me, and then she's going to go ahead and start her own laundry for herself. And then the boys had started a little typing game, so we'd had a little friendly competition before we started our morning time. I always grab a second cup of coffee before we head on into the living room and get ready to sit down together as a family and do all of our different morning time activities. Okay, so we are about to get started with our morning time. We are in the month of April, so I will go over our scripture memory with everybody, and then we'll talk about our catechism questions. Today, we're actually going to be listening to a song from our composer, and I do have a painting I want to introduce to the kids. And then we were going to listen to our folk song. And then after that, so here is the painting that I'm going to introduce. We will do some of our apologetics cards. These are the Friendly Defenders 2 cards from Ascension Presents, I believe. And let's see. We also have Manner of the Week to go over. Yesterday was a testing day here. I had to do testing with my 5th grader. It's required. Standardized testing is required for 5th grade here in Pennsylvania. So we didn't do morning time yesterday. So we're kind of doing a little bit of catch up. And then we will watch The World from A to Z on the TV. So let's get started.
Mounts, a little fort thing, people riding horses, a tent.
Yeah.
And little children.
I use our TV a lot during morning time. I'll play different YouTube videos. We have this little video that we watch that tells us all of the different states in the United States. I'll also play our hymn or our folk song on the TV. This one was really pretty for Scarborough Fair. I like to find different pieces to play for them throughout the week. We listen to a little biography about our composer. And then we went ahead and moved on into The World from A to Z. I do try to play this every morning as well. The kids really do seem to enjoy it for current events. The kids are actually rarely still while we are reading or watching things on the TV to learn. They're usually always moving their hands and doing something in a creative way. Today they got out the marble run, and they built a little marble run while we were doing our morning time. A couple of the kids were sitting on the couch, and then a couple of the kids also came back to our little play area and did that. And of course, they also drug out other things to play with. My youngest is 5. She's not quite school age, so she definitely just does whatever she wants to do in the playroom or whatever while we are doing school. Okay, so I am in my little office area working at my computer. A couple of my kids wanted me to make them new routine lists, so I just spent a little bit of time revamping their little morning routine and evening routine lists so that they can be a little bit more independent and get their work done. I do have a few more things that I need to do on the computer, and then I'm going to start doing my rotations and working with my younger kids, and I'll show you guys what some of my older kids are doing. Some of them probably won't want to be filmed, but I might be able to show you a little bit of what the older kids are up to. So here are the readings for today for my 4th and 5th graders. I will read these aloud with them. We're actually doing both Mondays and Tuesdays readings. Normally we wouldn't have this much to read in one day, but like I said, we were doing testing yesterday, so we're going to read a little bit more today. I'm going to read the 2nd chapter of Secret of the Andes. This is our geography read aloud, one of them. We are learning about South America now. So we read a chapter from this typically on Tuesdays. No, wait, this one is Monday. We read a chapter from this on Monday, and then on Wednesday we look at our maps in our geography coloring book, and we color in different countries of South America. We're also going to read a chapter of Seabird. This is what we typically do on Tuesdays. This is sort of like more of our American geography. And we do the mapping, the maps that go with this. That's from Beautiful Feet books. So I like to follow along in that. But today we're just going to read. We're not doing any map work. We have a chapter to read of the children's Homer. And then we also have chapter to read in here. We'll end up doing 2 chapters in here, and then we also need to read a little bit from the First Christians. So we're going to sit down, we're going to get to work on reading all of this aloud, and then the kids will also have to do their independent lessons, their math and their language arts and their handwriting and all that fun stuff. Okay, so after looking over our lessons a little bit, I was looking through this book, and the chapter that we're reading today is actually about the Trojan horse. So I thought instead of their regular language arts lessons, what I'm going to have the kids do is get out their 4th and 5th grade notebooks, and we're going to use draw and write through history, and I'm going to actually have them draw the Trojan horse. So this book has step-by-step directions on how to draw the Trojan horse, and they're also going to do a little bit of copy work. So I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so I'm gonna have them copy this first paragraph here about the Trojan horse, and that will be their language arts for the day. So after we get done with table time, the kids will move into their independent work. This is for my 4th and my 5th grader. My older kids use teaching textbooks. Everyone who is in 5th grade and above uses teaching textbooks. My younger kids use Math with Confidence and still need me for all of their lessons pretty much. But they will sit and they will work on different parts of their independent work. And also, this was the time that we did lunch in between this independent work session and then me starting work with my 2nd grader. So I didn't film that, but we do have lunch time in there as well. Here is what I'm reading with my 2nd grader today. This is actually more of a family read aloud. We're almost finished with this. We started it probably at the beginning of the school year, and then when we moved, this book got misplaced and we actually just found it. So we're wrapping up The Wild Robot as a family read aloud. He's also going to hear A Life of Our Lord for Children for a religion today. We're reading through the Old Testament. This is actually part of our ancient history stream that we're doing with Modern Moblies. So we are going to read from the New Testament, the New Catholic Picture Bible. And then for Tales today, we're going to work on one of the stories in here in the book of Greek myths. And then also we're doing American history as well today. I'm going to have to play the Boston Tea Party for him on YouTube because I was not able to pick that book up from the library. And then we're going to start on independent work. What that's going to look like is his reading lesson and his math lesson and his handwriting. I'm not sure that we're going to do language arts today or not. It depends on how much I have him write and his handwriting and if I have him do any copy work or anything like that today. And then we will be wrapping up for the day. I do still have to go over my older kids' work and have a little check-in with them and then work on some math with my 4th grader. But other than that, that is how we get all of our work done. Here's a little clip from some more independent time. My 2nd grader didn't really want me to film while he was doing his independent work, but here's my 4th grader again working on her cursive. Just all of these little things that they can do while I'm working with other students is very, very helpful for us. I tend to switch the kids off like that. So when I'm doing my readings with my 2nd grader, she's doing this. This is what my 11th grader is reading today. He's got Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. And then A Land of Hope for history. Are you reading anything else today?
No.
He has a bunch of online classes that he's doing though. And I snuck upstairs to check on my 9th grader. She was doing her teaching textbooks geometry in her room at her desk. And then I'm going to show you guys what else she's got going on. My 7th grader did not want to be filmed. So for literature, she's reading the Aeneid. And then she has also started her simplified writing course through Homeschool Connections. And then she's also reading Animal Farm. This is for her government and civics class with Modern Moblies. And then this is the textbook that she is reading with Journey Homeschool Academy. This is for biology. She's doing the high school biology course. This is the Riot and the Dance. So this is part of her online course with Journey. She has certain readings that she has to do every week. And then she also has a lab that she has to do every week. So she has several books up here on her dresser that are all part of her school. But she doesn't read every single book every single day. So I am getting ready to end our homeschool day. I do have a reading lesson and a math lesson that I still need to do with my youngest. And then when all of the older kids are done with their work, I'm going to go over that with them. And that will be it for the day. Thank you so much for joining us. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.